Hi guys.
Hi everyone. Welcome to Everything's Changing.
This is episode 3. I'm Jude.
I'm Lily.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay, so I'm
love coconut Red
drinking
Bull.
a Tumalo Cider Company cider. That's what I want to have.
Yeah. Love that journey for you. I'm again having a Red Bull because I'm not drinking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I started accutane.
On Monday. Today is Sunday. So it's
Yeah.
been almost a week.
Yeah, it's been almost a week.
Do you want to talk about your acne journey and why you are doing
Yeah.
Accutane and
I've had
the whole
acne
thing?
pretty much since high school. I have a hormonal disorder, so the cystic acne is real.
PCOS?
Yeah.
My sister has that too.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know
very
that.
common, I think.
Yeah,
And she
a
was
lot
also on Accutane, so
Yeah. So I have that. That's the situation. I found out in high school because, lots of symptoms, but one of them being really bad acne. And I've had it pretty much on and off since then. I at the start of high school during COVID, I didn't really have, it wasn't that bad. My skin when I was living in Boston, I don't know why, because I was so depressed, but it was glass.
I thought it's because you said you stopped eating sugar. You do that for PCOS, where you completely
Yeah,
cut
but
out
that was
sugar?
sophomore year of high school.
Okay, that wasn't Boston.
No, that was no, I was eating
Sometimes
shit in
depression
Boston.
era skin is just pops off.
I know. I think honestly, I was maybe I was just crying so much, the salt water from my tears was just cleansing my skin.
Who needs the ocean, bitch?
Got one right here. No, really, I was honestly, maybe that was it. But yeah, so then a couple years ago, my acne really came back with a vengeance, and living in Eugene, it was bad. And then honestly, since moving back to Portland, I was looking through pictures, and in the last year and a half, which this is a real thing, second puberty is a real thing, but I'm going through a fucking second puberty, and I just cannot be arsed with this fucking acne. It's yeah, so I started it this week. And
you were really hesitant about doing it.
I was very hesitant for a lot of reasons. I mean, it's
intense.
Yeah, it's an intense drug. Everybody does it. It's not a big deal, but it is really poison for your body.
I think that just because everybody does it doesn't mean it's not a big deal. Because I think it is, even though it's a really normal drug to take or route course to take or whatever, I do think it's still really intense.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just worried about the damage to my liver, and but I've tried all the topical things, diet, whatever. I'm on birth control. It's worse when I'm off it, but it doesn't go away when I'm on it. And yeah, it's all over my back and my chest again. What the freaking hell? So anyway, I started Accutane, but in the lead up, you can't drink, obviously, and everyone talks about you can't drink because it's really hard on your liver, and alcohol is also really hard on your liver. And so I'm for the last week or two, I'm coming to terms with not drinking, but you can't even do drugs, which now that I think about it after, I'm duh, drugs are processed also by your liver. Alcohol is a drug.
Psilocybin is?
Yeah.
Girl,
I know.
You shouldn't even have Googled it.
I love a little bit of
ignorance.
I was okay, I'm gonna be mostly sober, but if everyone's going out and I just need a little bit of social lubricant, at least I can do
a microdose, a quarter gram.
Well, my thing is I'm only at the beginning, and you do blood work throughout Accutane to you have to get pregnancy tests every month. The pledge to the government to not get pregnant is insane. Every month I have to pledge that I'm using 2 forms of contraception, get another pregnancy test, do the whole quiz online again. The pill bottle or sheet is hysterical. It comes with 10 pills
and
on a sheet.
And it's little pop tabs, and
it's
every tab has
every single tab has a pregnant lady with a big X through it. And then it has an explanation of what the little picture means at the top. It's okay, as if you didn't know. And then on the top, of going both ways, it says do not get pregnant on Accutane. which is like so, it's like so obvious. Like in case you forgot from this inch here where the pill is here to the next day, don't get pregnant.
Don't do it.
But yeah. Oh, but you do blood work. So I'm going to see like how my body is handling it. And then like, cause you're not even supposed, I can smoke weed and do whippets.
Yeah.
Which I feel like the whippets era of my life is done.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that a concern? I'm not. No judgment.
I'm like, oh great, awesome whippets.
I can continue my daily whippet habit. Canister a day.
Love to have a balloon before work.
I'm going on a whippet break. I'll be right back. Need my 15 minutes. You're in the smoke area with a full canister and a balloon.
Blowing my
Oh, thank God. I feel so much better.
I'm like on the stairs outside of the building, like
nodding out.
I'm just like in my like tall work boots, like little blazer, and then just
massive
like,
pink balloon. Lovely. Well, that's great. I love that you can continue your hardcore whippet habit. I know that's really important to you.
I was asking Claude, my preferred AI chat, and it was like, again, if you really feel the need to do drugs, I'm like, okay, what if I took like 3 days off? That because I was supposed to go out this weekend and maybe possibly do some drugs, but I was like, I cannot be around other people that
You're
are
too fresh too.
Yeah, I was
just
like,
started.
It was raw. I cried about it, to be honest. I'm gonna be real. I'm also about to turn 25, and I was like telling my dermatologist, I was like, I'm going to Costa Rica, and she was like, ooh, okay, because you're like really not supposed to be in the sun. And
yeah,
I was like, and it's my 25th birthday, like what are we thinking about a couple years? To be fair, I'm going with my mom and my grandma, so I'm like, well, my mom parties harder than I do.
Yeah, your mom's gonna be like, I don't want to out her, but she's gonna be like, I have a full
micro dose of
assortment.
acid. What do you think? But she was like,
she'd be like,
how about you just take
into a piece of gum for you.
Yeah.
You can have it.
I have a special chocolate.
It's patchouli flavored.
Patchouli. Okay, yeah, that's her like 20 years ago, maybe. No, 30. I'm almost. Anyway, yeah, but she was like, yeah, like a couple beers, and I was like, okay, so like 6, or do you mean
what
like
are we talking
2,
percentage wise?
Yeah.
Can I go up to 8?
What about
what if it's
3
2
bad
and 11%?
apples?
Yeah. That's like the millennial mom humor with like the massive wine. I only have 1 glass of wine a day.
Yeah,
and it's like
the whole bottle of
wine. You're like hearty heart.
Yeah, that's me now.
So what are you thinking? Are you gonna, just take it day by day?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna see how my body handles it. But I'm also like, I'm really excited I was like totally on board with the no drinking. I'm like excited because I don't think I've been like completely like on purpose sober for any extended period of time, like probably since high school, like since I started partaking.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I was excited for that journey, but I was like banking on the fact that I could like occasionally do a little bit of mushrooms if I wanted.
I feel like you can microdose a little bit of mushrooms. My professional opinion.
Okay, you sound like Lisa. Say it how Lisa would.
I think that you can do a little bit of mushrooms. Baby, it's fine. I love it.
Everything in moderation, honey.
I love mushrooms. They speak to me.
That was really good.
Thank you.
That was
gorgeous.
really good.
Yeah, I don't
You're
know.
welcome, baby gorgeous. Oh my
Maybe
God,
just like
the fish tacos from Del Taco
are amazing.
Oh, I love her.
I think that being sober is really hard. I'm proud of you because I was pregnant.
It's also the medication is like 9 months. It's like the length of a pregnancy.
And I think you really just realize that like that's just not fun. Like, I remember when I got pregnant, I was like, I can still go do all the things. I'm going to go to raves. I'm going to go to the bar with all my friends, and I will make it till, like, 9 p.m. And I'm like, I've had 2 Sprites. My stomach hurts. I'm going to bed.
That is, like, what I'm, like, bummed about was, like, everybody went out this weekend. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm not going to go because I need to just, like, I think once it's not so fresh, like, the whole thing of it, I, like, but we'll be fine with it.
You'll realize once you go out, you're like, this is not that fun. Like, I thought, I was like, oh, I'll still have.
But that's like such a bummer that then I'm like missing out on like a section of the socializing, because
I think that, okay, from personal experience and just like going through this journey, I think you give it 3 months and you're going to have a completely new perspective where you're like, I don't even, your definition of fun is going to change. And then you're going to be like, let's make plans during the day and let's go do something else, and like what is fun to you might just be different during that time.
Yeah I mean, last night, like, me and a couple of my friends hung out and they were all making cocktails and I was drinking
a good mocktail.
Mockies. Yeah And I like still had fun, but that was like that was like just 4 of us at our friend's house. Like, yeah, drunk people are just so annoying. Like,
what
really
about
so annoying?
Like getting nowadays, like the CB or the THC like liquor. It's not liquor, but
well,
you know what I'm talking about?
was looking. You're not really like. I mean, like, whatever. I'm gonna eat like a 2.5er. Like, let's be real. I like can't. I'm going to.
So you're not supposed to take edibles?
No, like.
But you can
like,
smoke.
Yeah, because when you smoke, it takes longer to get to your liver. But I'm like,
I think they're just being a little too deep.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, like, you're not supposed to, but like, really, how bad is it? But I was consulting Reddit, and like the drugs are like Molly is like uses like the same liver enzyme to break down. The same liver enzyme. I
assume so. I think that if you do a little bit of mushy and like, I don't know, half a tab of acid, I don't even know if you want to do that, but like, I think you're fine.
Maybe going through this sobriety journey, I'll finally be ready to try acid again.
And that's what we've concluded.
Anyway, yeah, Accutane, yay, I'm so excited. Honestly, my face is starting to dry out. Yikes. But
I think it'll feel good. Like,
I'm like so excited. I like went on like a rabbit hole. Well, TikTok started serving me a bunch of videos of people like the acne dump of starting Accutane. I'm like, wow, that looks freaking scary. But I've been taking a natural antihistamine, not Benadryl. A bunch of girls on TikTok were like taking Benadryl every day for like the first month and a half, and I'm like, that cannot be good for you.
No, that has to be on the same par level as taking mushrooms. I think.
Yeah. So anyway, my mother, the naturopath, gave me a more natural antihistamine. So
I think we should get into this. Okay, first I want to say I saw Wuthering Heights last night.
Yes, I'm seeing it tonight.
Okay,
so,
I don't want to.
I love spoilers.
Okay,
so
I was gonna
really
say,
not a problem.
and okay, if you're listening to this, spoilers. I don't know. It's a fucking classic novel.
Right. It's like, how did Emerald Fennel change the story?
I've never read it. I'm not a big reader. I'll just preface this. Because my sister, freaking,
she's like an English major.
Illiterate. No? Is that the word? I don't know.
She's illiterate?
No, she's illiterate. Like,
oh. Got it.
She's a reader.
Wasn't she
she's
an
academic.
Major?
No, she's a philosophy major. With something
worse.
Like that. I don't even
Sorry,
know.
Poppy.
Sorry. Yeah, she goes to freaking like the bougie. Anyways, she's like, oh, I don't know, I read it, and I was like talking to her this morning about it, and she's like, that's not how the book went, and I was like, okay, I don't know, I never even read the freaking book.
It was a pretty movie, and they looked sexy. So,
okay, I don't know. Okay, so if you've seen Saltburn, the costumes are beautiful, the setting is beautiful, the filming is beautiful. The sister in it is played by, you know, the girl in Saltburn, the sister with the eating disorder, who I
didn't know that,
and she is phenomenal.
Yeah,
in it.
Love her down.
Margot Robbie just ruined the movie. She is in her 30s, and
she's
I think
35.
Kathy's supposed to be like 18.
Yeah,
and it just doesn't. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. She looks like, it's just not giving like 18-year-old girl.
Well, also Jacob Elordi does not they don't look like they're
they
the
don't
same
look
age.
the same age. He
or
fit.
even close.
He was fine. He was the best.
Well,
was
isn't
great.
Heathcliff supposed to be a black man?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I don't know anything about all that. All I know is that he was fine.
Oh yeah. Well,
that
yeah.
movie.
No one's arguing that.
But him and Margot had no chemistry at all. It was like supposed to be so sexy, and I thought it was gonna be freakier, and it really wasn't even that like gnarly.
Oh damn! Because I was like, okay, at least I get to see like
they're not hot. It's
shoot.
like like all this tension is supposed to be building, and then when they finally kiss, you're like, oh okay, it wasn't even that good.
Because he's like really yearning. Or no?
The writing is just not great. I don't know. If it comes on Netflix or whatever, watch it. I don't know. I liked it. It was good. We watched it for Valentine's Day, so I know it's like never a bad time to go watch a movie in a theater, but like Margot Robbie ruined it. That's it, basically.
Yeah. Well, I've already bought the $12.50 ticket, so
yeah.
I'll let you know in the next episode if I didn't like it either. Is Charlie in it at all?
Charlie XCX?
Yeah.
No. And she's only got one song in it. It's not
what
even
the
like
damn hell?
Yeah, you think it's going to be like I thought that the whole soundtrack I loved that the movie kind of was like a period piece but then had, Charlie in it, and like the costumes were very like ravey and Euphoria like almost like very colorful and whatever. But Charlie had one song. It was like the
I
song.
just watched The Moment last weekend. So good.
Yeah,
it was so it was like so fun. Alexander Skarsgård in that movie. I didn't watch any of the trailer. Like I didn't see any clips of the movie before, and besides Kylie doing her like promo, I saw that.
Yeah.
But I like didn't really know what what the movie was at all. And Alexander Skarsgård had me actually LOLing in the movie. He
Skarsgård?
plays he's what's the dad's name that was in Mamma Mia? It's his son.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't remember what his first name is. Anyway, he was so funny. You would laugh at that character.
Okay. I don't, now that I have a baby, it really, like, we don't really get to go just see a movie.
Yeah, it'll come out on.
Yeah, so as soon as it comes out, and I would say for Wuthering Heights, I'll watch it when it comes out, but it wasn't amazing. I rated it 3 stars on Letterboxd, and that was because I was drunk, so I probably would have done it like 2.5.
You were feeling generous.
Yeah, and I was just like, I cried. I mean, I sobbed. I did sob.
Yeah.
Anyways,
because you were a little bit drunk.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, maybe.
So, I think that we should now go into this stupid freaking camping bullshit.
Oh my god. Okay, yesterday.
Preface: I am the admin for
Jude's
our
like
job,
our office admin,
and we're planning this retreat, and we want to go camping. So we are like, okay, we're gonna go camping. We think it's freaking February. We're like, this will be easy to book.
In
first place
for mid-August. Yes, you would think.
The first place we book, we look completely booked out for the entire summer until freaking October. Like every single weekend or every single day, every single campsite. We're like, okay, so that's not gonna happen. So then I look and we decide to go to Timothy Lake, which is on Mount Hood, and I go online and the dates that we want to book aren't available yet. So it's like August 14th that we wanted to go, and they're
like not available to reserve yet.
It was like, not available to reserve. You can reserve it on the morning of 7 a.m. on February 14th. So I have my freaking alarm ready and I'm ready to book it, and I end up having to go to work. So I'm driving up to Mount Hood and I text Lily and I'm like, holy shit, I'm supposed to freaking book this thing and I'm going to lose service because I'm about to be on the mountain, and can you please fucking help me?
It was 6:30 in the morning, and I just, on a Saturday, I wake up at 8 on the weekends, and I had turned my heater up too high and I just didn't sleep good, and I felt a buzz on, I felt my phone buzz, and I just decided to look at it, and Jude was like, are you awake? Which is always a stressful text. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And she was like, can you please help me book this campsite? And so I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm not really awake yet, and I'm like, can you send me the link, thinking it's this should be no big deal. I'm it's booking a fucking campsite
in February. It's February. And this is
but it's at 6:30. The campsite's open at 8 or at 7. Obviously it's they're booked out. So obviously you got to be on it.
You'd think it's great. It's freaking Oregonians are such loser lamos. Why are we like this? Like, isn't camping supposed to be stress free?
Chill.
Why the hell is it February?
Show up. It should be first come first serve. You show up and you get the campsite.
First come first serve is worse, because then if you get there and there's no fucking campsite, you have to just drive around. I don't mind the reserving, but why the fuck are we booking campsites out in February?
Yeah, we're
dumb, stupid.
So I open it on my phone and I'm like, okay, this is a job for a computer. And I'm like, okay, I sat up, turn my light. I'm like, okay, I'm actually awake now. And I open it and service.
I'm like, okay, trying to text her, going up the mountain.
Yeah, and like getting a baby to daycare, checking into work, like whatever. So I open it and the campsite was already booked. And I texted Jude, I'm like, the campsite is not available. Like, it's already reserved. Which we're like, how the hell is that possible? Because it hasn't even opened as a date that you are able to reserve yet. Like, that's the whole point of setting this freaking alarm, like, weeks out to book this campsite. And so I'm like,
I'm about to cry.
Not available. Yeah,
because I told everyone we got it. Like, I definitely, well, I didn't say that, but I was like,
it should be an easy job. It should have been an easy job.
It literally felt like we are sitting there booking festival tickets. It was like so stressful.
Yeah. So then I'm like on the phone with Jude at my computer and it's like turn 7 and I'm like, fuck. And then like there was like no dates available, couldn't reserve them. I'm like, why is this a thing? Like trying to go back and figure out like on previous dates, like how are they booked? How do we fix this?
I'm about to call them.
Jude's like, I'm gonna call them on Monday, which Monday's a holiday, so that's yeah.
Lame.
And then we happened to check at our like second option campground, different lake, and I'm like, there were spots available, so I'm like, okay,
but it wasn't the group spots.
No,
so the first campsite we wanted, it was like this big
it's
campsite.
less ideal. It's less ideal,
and it was this like big group campsite where 12 people could pull up, and it was like on the lake, and I was like, I fucking got it dialed. I'm like so prepared, and I feel so stupid after this. I'm like, oh my god, like, what is wrong with me? Why can't I do this? So then we go to the second lake and we find 4 camp spots all next to each other. Okay.
Yeah, but they're like, the way that it's like arranged on the map is not like in order.
Numerical order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm like panicking. Like, I just woke up.
She's on the phone with me like, Judith. Like, fuck,
I was like,
fuck,
I'm
fuck,
going to
fuck,
cry.
fuck.
I was
like,
literally like, I need a beta blocker to do this. So whatever, I booked the campsites, but one of them is not in the right spot, but everyone's just gonna have to live with it because that was a seriously anxiety inducing experience.
And it was $300
yes
to go camping
for 2 nights,
y'all,
just for the fucking camp spots. Like, and you only are allowed 1 car. I looked, we can bring other cars, but it's $9 per car.
Right. They're taxing.
I looked at the fees and it's like $110 camping fee. Girl, what
it's
the
hell?
Yeah.
It's a campsite. A
I get
camping
it.
fee.
We want to support our national parks. But anyway, that's what we were dealing with yesterday morning. It was
so
stressful. But we got campsites. We're going camping with all of our coworkers in August, which I think is going to be so funny because a couple of them have never camped before.
Yes. Never camped before. Like, we're doing tent camping. I'm so excited. We're going to be on like such a beautiful lake.
Yeah, it's going to be so gorgeous.
So fun. Our babies are going to be there. My coworker, she has an 11-month-old right now. So her baby will be a year and a half. My baby will be a year. We're going with all the fam. I love our coworkers. I feel like it's going to be so fun. We did it. I'm so proud of us because that was freaking stressful. What the hell?
It was like 7:05 and I like closed my computer and I was like, oh gosh, I like need a beer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
So, okay.
What are we talking about today?
I think that I'm going to let you lead.
Did we ever? My name's Lily.
Yeah. I'm Jude. I would say, okay, retroactive trigger warning on this episode. I'm going to let you take the lead on this episode because I don't want to like speak over you or like tell you what I have my own perspective on my end of it. Yeah. But you can go. I'll let you just go.
We're being very vague. We're talking about
birth and abortion.
Pregnancy. Yeah. Birth, abortion, everyone knows Jude has a baby, but so obviously she was pregnant.
And
but
gave birth.
Yeah, but I was also once pretty pregnant. Like I got pretty far on accident. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking about that experience because I feel like even still now it's like I talk about it very casually and openly. I'm like pretty open about it. And I feel like even now it's like still like pretty taboo, and like people don't want to talk about it. People are scared to talk about it, and
people talk about abortion rights all the time, and you know, most people are very pro-choice, but I think, which is fair, everyone to each their own, everyone can disclose their own story, but I feel like you don't hear a lot of people be open about the fact that they've had an abortion.
And like I've had a lot of friends after I went through my experience like talk to me about going through it after, and like known that they could come talk to me about it because I am pretty like, especially at the time, was very like open about it. I thought it's just like me though, I just like really cannot keep anything close to the chest.
I think it's really like admirable though, because I do think it's like taboo still, which it shouldn't be, but I
know even my mom is like this was like 3 years ago, I think, almost 4,
2023.
Maybe? So I don't know, should we like talk about like finding out you're pregnant?
I feel like why this is like such an important topic to us is because we lived together when you were going through this experience, and I will say like, yeah, we lived together through this experience, and then I was there for you like through this experience, but I didn't really even know how to support you. And I feel like if it would have happened the other way around, like I would have been given birth and then you would have had this happen after, I would feel like I would know way more how to be there for you.
Yeah,
but I didn't even like really get it or like know what.
I know, because nobody else that I knew or that we knew had like gotten pregnant or gone through an abortion, or I mean obviously had a kid. No one had a kid, but
and like and then when I gave birth, like I think because I had an unplanned pregnancy, I think that was like triggering for you in some ways, because it was like it just, I mean, how as it would be. And I think it was like this kind of dynamic that we had where it was this thing that was there in our like relationship. And I just feel like I feel like we've touched on it, but like we haven't even really,
I know we haven't really
like dived into it, and I feel like this is a good time to.
Yeah, totally.
So I feel like you should start with the like you don't have to go too much into who it was with, but like I think that's important, like who.
Yeah, well, no, totally, that is like great. I was actually thinking about it this morning. Like I had been dating this guy for like 3 years at that point, I think, but like we like were together but like not together for 3 years, but like spent like basically all of it, we were together. Yeah, we'd like both moved to Eugene kind of together. Like I moved there before him, and then he didn't have any fucking friends, so he moved to hang out with me and my friends. But yeah, actually we like weren't, when I found out, we like dated other people, or like would hook up with other people like while we were together or whatever. I don't even know how to explain the situation, but he like got mad about someone that I was dating and was like, you need to go get tested. And I
just being a prick about it. Like he was being a dick about it. Yeah, it was like more like a power play. Like, I'm not gonna sleep with you because you're sleeping with other people.
Yeah, and was like, I'm not even gonna hug you. Like, you can get that through like whatever.
someone that she had been dating had gotten an STD. Yeah, and you hadn't.
But we hadn't slept together, even been like closed off together. So I was like, you just don't like douche. that I'm like going on dates with this other guy, and you're being a dick about it.
Yeah.
So whatever, we like didn't talk for like a week or whatever, but I was like, what? Like, yeah, like, well, I wanted to see him. I missed him.
And like I feel like just getting tested in general is if you're sleeping with multiple people.
Yeah. So I was like,
college,
okay,
whatever.
I'm going to go get tested for me, not for him.
Yeah.
But when I went to the STD testing appointment, I had been on a newer birth control for like a couple months, and like I said, I have a hormonal disorder, so there's like times where my period is not regular, and I was like starting a new birth control, so I was like, oh, it makes sense that like things are a little bit off. And there was like a lot, like then in hindsight I'm like, oh,
so
like
many signs.
so many
I know,
signs.
like,
I was
remember-
like so obviously, like I was like 3 months pregnant. I was a full trimester in
14 weeks when you and I remember that day when we were like drinking and going out and stuff, and you were like, God, I just feel so sick, I cannot hold anything down, like
for like weeks.
yeah.
I'd been like, I would take like one shot, like even the thought of being drunk made me like so sick. I was like just nauseous all the time.
Yeah.
Like I was doing a lot of mushrooms because I couldn't drink, and because it was making me so sick. My boobs were huge, my nipples had been like in excruciating pain for weeks, like my acne was worse, I was really depressed, and I was just like, damn, like coming back from, because this was in like January, February, March, or February, March, April, I think, and then like at the end of April I found out. I was like, damn, coming back from winter break was like really hard on my like mental health.
Starting
like,
your, and I feel like starting spring semester is ass. Like,
yeah.
anyways, you're like, oh my God, like, yeah, college is just a lot. Drinking is a lot.
College
There's so
is
much
hard.
emotion. It's like, I can totally see how that. I mean, I literally was your roommate, and I would not even have a freaking clue. Like, I did not.
Yeah,
I feel like you'd think that you know, and you never fucking know.
No, and like I had always been like, oh, I'm like very in tune with my body, and like I would know if I was pregnant. Like there's no way I'm pregnant. And I was like gaining a lot of weight, but I was like really depressed and just like definitely eating my feelings, and I was like, that must be it. But I was like
When you
starting to have a fucking bump. Like
you
I
were
was very
13
pregnant.
weeks when you figured out. So you texted me. You're like,
14.
dude, I'm freaking pregnant.
Yeah.
I was at work, and I was just like, I don't even know what to say.
Oh,
like,
well, when I went to the appointment, she was like, do you want to, because the other thing is that like people are like, you never took a pregnancy test, you didn't get your period for like 4 months, and I'm like, I did. I had 3 or 4 negative pregnancy tests throughout this time, which I have never been like, I think a lot of people are like their period's 1 day late, and like they're like, I'm pregnant, like I need to take a test. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I'm pregnant
never, every month.
Yeah, I'm like never was like that. I'm like
Because I
never
feel like you
worried
thought you
about.
couldn't get pregnant.
Yeah, because it is hard to get pregnant with PCOS, or it can be hard to get pregnant with PCOS. So I'm like, oh, I have this thing. Like, I was having a lot of unprotected sex while I was like in between birth controls. So like
You were just not being careful.
No, I was not being
with the
careful.
one partner.
Yeah, with the one guy.
Yeah,
like
not
I was only dating him. I just like had gone on a couple. I was like just like sort of seeing someone else, but we weren't sleeping together. So yeah, I mean, it is like no wonder that I got pregnant, but it took like 2 months. So anyway, she called me. I like got the call back, obviously, from the clinic, and I'm like, I either have like STD, which like
how?
Yeah,
well, then you're like, okay, so you fucker, you gave me the STD,
right,
because like
I haven't
you
fucked
hadn't
anyone else.
slept with anyone else, and you're like, you were giving me shit, and you fucking have the clap, dude.
Well, I'm like, it's either that or it wasn't even a thought in my mind that I'm pregnant. And and then I missed the call because I was in class, and I opened the portal and it said like positive pregnancy test, and I was like, all of the like, I just like everything just like rushed out of me. I was like sick to my stomach, and I just immediately started sobbing. And I was in one of the hallways at the EMU on the U of L campus, if you know, and it was like a back hallway, like where a classroom was. And I called my mom, and she was in with a patient, and I just like was spam calling her, and she's like in with this patient, and she's like, my daughter has called me 3 times, like, is it okay if I step out? Just want to make sure everything's okay. And she picked up, and I was like, Mom, I'm fucking pregnant. And at this point, I'm like, I hadn't had my period in like over 4 months. I think it had been 4 months, and I was like thinking like, holy shit, I don't even have a choice now. Like, it's like too late to maybe get an abortion, which I will say I did know immediately that was what I was going to do. Like, the guy that I've been dating, like, I know that I really want kids, and I've like always known that I want kids, but I was like, that is not my baby daddy. Like, that's not my husband. I don't want to have kids with him. I was 22, like in school.
Junior. You were like,
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah, I still had like school left.
Not the way.
It was just not the time. And I like knew that immediately. I was like, oh, fuck, like I'm not going to be able to get an abortion because it's like been too late. Like,
did you feel relief in a way when you knew, because all of the things that had been like the symptoms like had an explanation in a way?
Yeah, well, I was like, oh, I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not crazy. There is like, I felt really like grossed out by it. Like I have this like thing that's been like leeching the life from me that like I don't even want or know or care about. Like I don't know this thing in me, like, and
it's been like living there for months and like without your consent.
I didn't even know.
Or,
yeah. And I like didn't do it on purpose. And yeah, and it was like I was like months in.
A
like,
terrible experience. Like you were just having a horrible time, and it was like, oh my god, this little thing is the reason why I've just been having.
It was like disgusting to me, and I just was like, I was like so pissed off about it. Yeah, so I called my ex. We hadn't talked in like a week, which was like kind of a long. Like we talked pretty much. We talked every day, and we saw each other pretty much every day at that time. I was like, I'm pregnant, and he was like, oh, thank god you don't have an STD.
Fucking prick.
I know.
I hate
like
that guy.
I'm like, yeah, I don't have an STD, but there's a fucking you put a baby in me, like, and you don't even know if like what if I have to keep this baby, like, or I wouldn't have. I don't even know at that. Yeah, like that would have really been
a woozy.
Another like decision that I don't know what I would have how I would have made that choice. Like, I mean, adoption or whether I would keep it. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't have HPV, but I have a fucking baby parasite living inside of me. Like, it's kind of a bigger deal, I think, for me purse. Anyway, I went over to his apartment and he came down and he was like, well, have you called like Planned Parenthood yet? And I was like, yeah, like they did abortions on Fridays.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, and it was like a Wednesday, I think. She's like, well, you could come in this Friday. And the spring scrimmage game for the U of O football team was that weekend. And I was like, well, I'm planning to go out this weekend. Like, do you think I'll be able to go out after? And she was like, you might be in a lot of pain. And I was like, okay, so can I wait until next week? And she was like, yeah, but you definitely have to come in next week. Like, that would be the final. So I was like a week before the cutoff.
Dang.
And yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna schedule my appointment for the next week. Yeah, and then I went out that weekend and I was just like, so I think because I wasn't like struggling with the choice at all, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I
don't know, maybe
I was like, so I just was like very like, it was just like a big joke. I think also probably I was just like in denial and maybe shut down about it. But
yeah, we had like, I don't even know. I think
I was like, I went out that weekend. Like
I was Borgs. I don't know if anybody knows what a Borg is from college, but it's like
blackout rage gallon.
You have like a gallon of water and you dump out half the water and then you put a bunch of vodka in it and like Mio or what the hell ever. And then you name it funny names like, I don't know, Borg of July or Borg and Freeman. I don't know. And Lily names hers Aborgtion.
Yeah, I was walking around with a fucking aborgtion. Like, and like I got drunk and I was telling everybody that I was pregnant.
Oh, Lily.
I know. And but because I just like, I don't know. I just like thought I was like, I think I was kind of like, I mean, probably definitely in shock of just like, how fucking insane is this that there's like a baby in me. And I was just like how
horribly, I'm gonna call him piece of shit face, was handling the situation, because he was just so
not being supportive,
cruel and unempathetic, and just like, I think maybe that made you feel like you had to be harder about it, because like how could the person who you are supposed to be like experiencing this, which I am like, sure is not a unique experience because men are pieces of shit. Like, I'm sure that you felt you had to be hardened by it because he was being so fucking hard and cold. And like, what are you
Yeah, it was never a like, what do you want to do?
No.
Like, what are you thinking? I mean, yeah, I mean, and also to be fair, I was immediately like,
But you never asked, are you okay? Like, can I support you? Like, do
no.
you need anything? It was just he was so unempathetic
He
and
was like,
cold.
should I take off work?
Like, no shit, fuck for brains. God, I fucking hate that guy. The fuck do you mean should you take off work?
Yeah, and then he like took off. He was like, okay, well,
He's like,
I can do like
guess.
a half day.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so then like
God.
the next, so whatever. And the whole time my mom's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, mom, fuck off. Like, I'm fine. It's not that big of a deal. Like, I'm just going to go have a fucking abortion next weekend. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, it's not like I am, because I wasn't like hemming and hawing about like, do I want this baby? Like, I was like, this is not when I'm supposed to have a baby.
Right.
So, like, the choice wasn't hard for me. And I just thought,
Because the choice wasn't hard, the thing wasn't hard.
yeah, I just didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal or that I was going to be very upset about it when it happened.
The thing about it is, like, now me having a baby and knowing how that all works is it's like not even your choice. Like, you're it's biology, and the emotions you feel and the connection and like the all of those things, it's like not even up to you. It's like your body's natural reaction to things. So no matter,
And the like level of hormones coursing through your body, like,
right, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
it's like all of the hormones, like, they don't give you a choice. It's like, this is how you're gonna feel, and not everyone feels the same way, but like your body's gonna do what it wants to do in terms of how you're gonna feel. And yeah, it's almost like you're like, I got this, and they're like, yeah, well, we got other plans.
Yeah. So then abortion Friday came around. Jude was working, brought me.
Can't say his name.
Oh.
Fuckface shit McGee was working.
Yeah, okay. Fuckface was, well, no, he took the morning off. So so I get there at like pretty early, like 9, I think. And Fuckface took the morning off, came with me. And I thought like I like go in, get it done, and I'm like, shh. And they were like, you might have some time sitting around. And I was thinking, in my mind, I'm like, oh, oh, well, also I was too far along to do the pill. I had to do
The surgical. Is that what it's called?
Is it called a DNC?
I don't know.
What,
like
where they vacuum you out.
Yeah.
I mean, that is like really the grab. That is what happens. So I was thinking like the operation happens, and then I'm gonna have to like sit around and like wait for them to monitor me in case I like am bleeding a lot or like whatever. No, the waiting happens before. So
Do they give you anti-anxiety?
yes, but yeah. So I get there, Fuckface and I are waiting in the lobby, and she was like, then they told me like, oh, the waiting happens before, like you're not gonna have we won't do it until like 1 or 2. And he should have just called out of work for the whole day, but whatever. He was like, oh, well, I have to go to work then. And I was like, they were like, he can come wait in the room with you if you want. And I was like, it's fine, like you can just leave. So he just like left me there, and I like went back into the room, and all the fucking bitch ass conservative little fuckers waiting outside the building they like know that Friday is abortion day, and so they all show up to the fucking Planned Parenthood, and they're like screaming in the parking lot, acting like totally deranged. And my room was like at the end, so I was like closest to the parking lot, and I could just like hear them like screaming in the parking lot, like all these people like chanting and picketing outside, which I remember being like, I'm not struggling. I don't feel bad about the decision I'm making at all. And so I'm like glad that it's me and not some girl who's going to be like scared out of doing what's best for her because there's a bunch of
like an outsized noise making the choice for her instead of like just letting her make it for herself.
Right.
Which she already did make it for herself.
Yeah.
And you're like Yeah.
But I was like, oh, at least it's me that's
Right.
like sitting here having to like
You're
hear it in
strong
the
enough
background.
to-
Yeah, that like that's not gonna, that opinion is not gonna affect me at all. But yeah, so I was waiting there for like hours, watched a bunch of Love Island, and then they did give me an anti-anxiety. They were like, do you want, they give you this like pill that relaxes your cervix, whatever. And they're like, do you want an anti-anxiety with it? And I was like, yeah, might as well. But that was like, I don't know, for me, that like made the whole thing so much worse, because that I'm like taken out of my personal room, brought into this like waiting room where there was like 6 massage chairs around, and there's like
All
a
these
woman
girls.
in
Ugh.
each one, and we're just like one by one getting called back into the like operating rooms to be like fucking vacuumed out. I didn't have anyone with me, and the thing is, while I was sitting in that chair, the anxiety pill that they gave me, I don't remember what it was, but it like knocked me out. So then I like took a like druggy high nap and was like shook awake. And I woke up and I'm like so confused and like discombobulated and in this weird room with all these other girls like waiting. It was like from the time I like got woken up to like when it was happening was like under 2 minutes. And I was just like, I wasn't even like awake yet. And it was so painful. Like, I'm sure close to childbirth. Without an epidural, there's no pain
anything
meds.
up your cervix is, even when you are pregnant and your cervix is, I will say, like already naturally softened a lot, like when you're dilated and becoming, your cervix just softens stuff, like, and
You're preparing to push a baby out.
literally, so that's just how it naturally goes. So like, you're going in when you're pregnant and they do cervical checks, so she like does a sweep where she will like do it, and even that is so painful, and by that point you're like 36 weeks, and I can't even imagine having that happen with your cervix. Like, I guess they do give you a pill or give you something to soften your cervix, but I couldn't, it was so painful, like I cannot even imagine.
Which is why you have to wait. You have to wait. It takes like 2 or 3 hours for that.
It's basically
pill. That's why you wait.
Inducing you.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if it was like Pitocin or something, because that's what they give you when you induce birth is Pitocin, and that basically, and I'm sure, I don't know, maybe we can cut this, but like, do they give you anything to like end the pregnancy before they do the abortion?
No.
That's kind of crazy to me.
Yeah. The whole thing was like so barbaric. And I know they're like, yeah.
And it was at Planned Parenthood?
It was Planned Parenthood. And which like, they were like, the people working there were very nice, but like,
the system,
they're like pumping these things out. Like, it's Abortion Friday. They've got like 20 abortions to perform. Like, it was just like such a like conveyor belt, like so just like, yeah, like barbaric. And it was so like, it wasn't like, okay, like, I don't know, maybe it was just like the person I got. Like, I thought they were like nice enough, but like,
they're desensitized probably.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like they stick a vacuum into your cervix, and I could feel it like scraping inside of me, like the walls of my uterus, like scraping. And it was so excruciating. And like, that was like, it like hit me like, holy fuck, like this is like, I'm like going through something right now. Like, this is not chill.
So this is not just your casual Abortion Friday. This is like every single woman doing this is like a traumatic life event that they're going to like reference and is going to frame their life for the rest of their life. It's not just like,
no. And it wasn't just like, I don't want to like downplay anyone's experience, but I wasn't at home taking a pill with my boyfriend giving me like a hot water bottle and like making sure I had like the snacks I wanted all day while I like sat on the couch and bled out for 2 days, like, which also sounds horrible and upsetting, I'm sure, but like,
you can't even compare the two.
Yeah, no, you can't compare.
But they should almost have different names, because I do feel like,
I know,
it's like they do, I guess, but like,
you can't compare, but you can't compare. They're totally different experiences. Like, yeah. So, and then the person doing it, there's 2 people in there, and the person actually doing it, like, I think they said, like, I need to go. I don't know I don't know if it was at that point or if it was before when I did the ultrasound. Like, someone had told me that it had, like, fingers and, like, fingernails, which
Why the fuck
is so fucked up. Why would you tell me that? Like, yeah. So the person doing it was like, I need to go check that I got it all, and, like, left the room. And I was sitting there, like, in shock, and, like my body was in shock. Emotionally, I'm in shock. And this, like, other assistant was like, I said, like, can I be alone? And she was like, no, I have to stay in the room. And I was like, okay. And she just, like, wouldn't shut the fuck up. Like, she kept talking at me, and I was just sitting there, like, I couldn't even, like I was, like, shaking and crying still. And I was just like, why the fuck are you talking to me about? Like, something dumb and stupid. It was, like, not about what had just happened.
Yeah.
I know. I was kind of like, where's the, like, emotional, like, yeah, where's the training for, like, how to be, like, I get you're doing a lot of these today, but, like,
but you could even
I'm not
compare
doing a
that
lot
to,
of
like,
these today.
births. Like, I think a lot of women think that about birth, and I think that's why a lot of women do midwives and doulas and home birth, because that the hospital can feel very unemotional and, like, disconnected for what it's like. Yeah, pumping them out, bam, 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 and it's like, this is such a, like, literally life altering experience, no matter if it's, you know, any like, anything.
Just because you did 5 of these today, I didn't do 5 of these today, and I didn't do 5 of them last Friday.
And, like, this is your job. Like, you think you'd have some, you know, it's almost like they should have a doula there, or, like, or someone who is, like, specializes in the more, like, empathetic and woman, like, side of it.
I was
not
like,
the
this
medical
is not
side
trauma
of it.
informed at all.
Not trauma informed.
Yeah. And then my friend Molly, who I was, like, kind of just becoming friends with, she was gonna move into Jude's room at our house when Jude
I had left to Eugene, I think, already, or left Eugene by the time this had happened. Because I feel like I don't even remember being at the house.
Maybe I was living alone at that point.
I think so. Because I feel like I would have obviously picked you up, or I would have obviously.
No, you were working.
But I might have. I think I was already in Portland. Because this was in May, and I moved in May.
Oh, maybe.
And I feel like I would have remembered you being at the house, or I would have been at the house to, like, help. But
anyway, she was the only one that could pick me up. So she came and picked me up, and I, like, didn't really know her at that point. Love you down, Molly. But yeah, she picked me up, and she was like, okay, like, do you need anything? You okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And she just, like, dropped me at home, and then Fuckface came over later and, like, made me steak, because I was like, I want steak. Like, you need to come cook for me. Like, I'm not okay. Yeah, I don't know. He was, like, what a dud. Like, thank God I don't have a baby with him. Right. But
yeah, what a dud.
What a dud. For, like, a week, I was like, you need to make me steak every single night this week. I need iron and blood in me.
It's insane how much blood you lose.
Did you bleed a lot?
Oh, yeah.
When you gave birth?
Did you see the video? I showed you it. Yeah, you can see it in the video, like, just pouring out. Taylor, I think when I asked Taylor, like, his reflection on the experience, he was like, the blood that came out is gnarly. And I just remember thinking the same thing after giving birth, like, how thirsty I was. I don't even think I've drinking.
You're, like, depleted.
Like, I was like, I had my Stanley in the hospital room, and I had filled it up maybe 6 or 7 times. I drank, like, probably more than a gallon or 2 of water right after giving birth, and just you just want, like, meat and fucking chewing pennies. You're like, I need iron, but because the amount of blood you lose is fucks. And also when you're pregnant, your blood is thinner because you're feeding so much blood to the baby, and you know you're already, your blood volume, like, raises a ton. You like gain, I don't know the statistic, but you gain, like, a substantial amount of, like, volume of blood in your body.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's, like, what the placenta is. It's just, like,
basically, yeah.
blood.
So when you're, it's crazy, a lot of blood. The whole blood is a big part of the whole experience. Yeah. Even postpartum, like, you're bleeding for a long time.
Yeah.
Do you have a placenta by 14 weeks, or, like, I guess you don't know. I mean,
I don't know.
I'm sure,
honestly, I, like, didn't look into it.
Yeah. For the same reason as the freaking fingernail comments. Like, I don't.
Yeah, like I don't want.
Please let me separate myself from this experience.
Right, and it's like, yeah, like I do want kids. Like, I would have loved to have been ready at that time to have a kid,
or with someone who was.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what I mean by ready, because like I feel like the other things you can like figure out. Like I have a very supportive family and whatever, so like we would have been fine. But yeah, I mean, and then I was like postpartum. Like I went through like postpartum, but I was so angry. Like I was so mad about the whole thing. Like that I didn't have a baby, that my body was like wrecked, like that I was like emotionally wrecked. My like relationship was totally fucked. Not that it was good anyway, but
is like for real, and it's such a horrible feeling because it feels like the most unmaternal feeling.
Yeah,
like when you become a mom, you just want to be this like doting patient like figure and ethereal, and you're just like, I'm fucking pissed right now. Like I'm mad at my husband or my boyfriend, I'm mad at the doctors, I'm mad at myself, I'm mad at this fucking baby, like and it's like so it feels so, for how natural it is, it feels so wrong. And yeah, I think like that's a really universal experience, is being just really angry,
fucking angry,
raging.
I was so angry. And yeah, I mean, I was like so angry that I didn't have a baby, and like, but that I still had to go through like, because I didn't even get to like the good part of being pregnant. Like everyone says like the first trimester is like the worst, when you're like the most nauseous, like your body is like it's just like the worst part of it. And I was just like, fuck that. Like,
you should talk about what happened with the insurance. That part shocked me.
I was just thinking about that the other week, and it pissed me off again. I had called my insurance, which is through my dad, to ask them if they cover an abortion. I didn't say like, I just said like, do you cover it? Like, is it covered by my plan? Like, will it show up on my plan? Like, should I tell like the primary on my, like, I wanted to know if my dad would be able to see that the insurance had covered that. And then like months later.
You hadn't told your dad?
No, I hadn't told my dad. And months later, I'm like at my dad's house. My sister was still in high school, and I was going to drive her to school. And I like showed up there like really early in the morning to drop her off at school. And he's like, oh, this came from Blue Cross Blue Shield, haha. And it's like, I opened it, he like handed it to me, and he's thinking that it was a mistake, that they sent him this letter as a mistake. But it's just this letter from our insurance saying, we'd love to help you with your pregnancy. Or like, are you, and it said like, are you still thinking about an abortion?
Oh my God.
Which I'm like, that has got to be like
HIPAA violation. Totally. I was talking to my mom about that, and she was like, what? Like,
I know. Like, maybe I'm living at home with an abusive spouse. Maybe my dad's abusive. Maybe like, how can you send that for something that sensitive? Like, just to send a letter with no thought of like, no knowledge of like who is going to open it, or like what that's going to create for that person. Like,
totally. That's the most like unsafe thing you can do.
Such an unsafe practice. Yeah. So, and then I was like, oh yeah, I think I kind of just like blurted it out. I was like, yeah, I was pregnant. Like I had an abortion. And he's like, he was like, what the like, he thought this whole time that it was like a funny mistake that Blue Cross Blue Shield sent that.
And how fucked like, you can't tell him in your way.
Yeah, I was like, we should talk about it later. And then I said to like I had to leave to drive my sister to school. And was just like, I just like walked out the door, and he was just like sitting at the dining room table, like mouth ajar. Which, yeah, that was like so. And then I was like raging mad about that. Like, fuck you, Blue Cross Blue Shield. How can you not, like, how about a phone call to the number that I called you
what
from?
You want, what you are comfortable with in that conversation. I know.
Yeah, I know. I should call them now and tell them that if they're still doing that, they shouldn't. That they should stop doing that. But
Insurance.
fucking insurance is such a scam, and I couldn't get a straight answer from them about if they covered it or not. And
Because they want you to be pregnant and give birth and then have that baby on their insurance. And they're like, oh, abortion is too quick and cut dry. Like, no, we want you hooked and future generations hooked.
it's like $700. An abortion's like $700, which they always have. It was only $100. I was like, I don't have insurance, and like pretty much everyone qualifies for the reduced fee. I think they like would never deny you that. I don't think at Planned Parenthood at least. But yeah, it ended up only being like $100, which fuckface paid.
Bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was me being pregnant and not with no baby at the end, which yeah, like I said, like I mean, yeah, that kicked off like a multi-year deep depression that I've gone to a lot of therapy and done a lot of therapy about all of this for. So
Yeah.
it's not like, yeah, I didn't just like get over it. If anyone is going through that, I know like Jude has sort of a following that might be seeing, I don't know, maybe he was watching our podcast.
So, like,
and,
yeah.
Yeah. And like, I would love to be a resource or like just make anyone feel like more comfortable talking about having an abortion, how hard it is, even when you are confident about the decision. Yeah. Like how that affects your body image, like all of that. Did I say when you know that you want kids? And I don't know if I said that, but
well, I also wonder like how you felt, because I know you have PCOS, and that's like one of the symptoms of PCOS is like you know, I don't know if you feel like nervous that in the future that you wouldn't be able to conceive.
I have thought about that a lot. Yeah. That my mom, like, bless her heart, but that was like after it happened, she was like, at least you can get pregnant.
That's like one of the biggest fear mongering tactics, I think, though, is to be like, well, what if that was your chance? Or what if like, it's like, what if you can't have again? It's like, okay, like, why the fuck would you even say that? Like, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Keep that to yourself. Jesus.
100%. But yeah, but there is like not like having an abortion doesn't mean that like that doesn't decrease your chances of getting pregnant in the future. I'll just say that. Like I have a hormonal disorder that might decrease my chances of getting pregnant just in general or make it harder, which I didn't just get pregnant right away. Like it took a little bit for me, like not that long, but a couple months for me to get pregnant. I don't know. There's so many things, and like, and people don't want to talk about it, and like,
there's also the layer that like even people who have children want to have abortions. So it's like you can have 3 kids and then you get pregnant 4th time and you're just like, no. Like there's like, so many layers to it, and you can be, I feel like it was like tricky for me in a lot of ways. Like when like I was pregnant, it's like just because I got pregnant accidentally and then had a baby, that doesn't mean I am like pro life or like I think that anyone else's decision is wrong. Like whatever I did was completely my choice, and I support whatever anybody else does.
I mean, it is hard for people to understand. I think it's hard for people to understand, like, if you want kids or if you already have kids, why you might be making that choice.
Just keep it. Or what's one more? And it's like, you know what? You can think whatever you think, and I can have my own thoughts about things. And I mean, I know when I got pregnant, a lot of my friends were like, what the fuck do you mean you're keeping it? Like, you can think whatever the hell you want, but like, frankly, it doesn't matter. It's your body, and whatever you want to do is like literally the only thing that matters. You're the one who has to live with the choice you make either way.
Like, yeah, totally. And like, you know your situation the best. You know what's best for you.
Totally. Like, yeah. Same here. Like everyone, I had barely been dating Taylor, and people were like, you don't even know this guy, and like, it, and I'm like, yeah, but you know what, I know better than you. And like, you think people want to put their worst doubts into your mind, like you aren't already fucking thinking those things. It's like, no shit, I already have all of these things spinning through my mind. Like, why do people feel the need to confirm the things that you already are your like deepest fears, or
Totally.
like just shut the hell up, really.
Yeah.
Everyone just needs to mind their own business.
I know, seriously. That's like the whole, like, the fact that pro-choice is pro-choice and pro-life is pro-life. Like, pro-choice is not pro-abortion. People are so
100%.
get
Yeah.
that so twisted. Like, it's literally, the whole point is that it's not anyone's choice but the person that's pregnant.
Yep.
Pause, I really have to pee.
Okay. Well, yeah. Sorry, Lily's back from her pee break, but yeah, I feel like when I wanted to know, and we kind of like touched on it but I feel like we never really talked about how, you know, when I got pregnant, how that like felt for you. And again, I want to say like I don't even know, like I wish like I would have had like hindsight to like support you like so much more. Oh, I'm gonna cry. When like you were pregnant, because like I like know how hard it is, like it's like feels so lonely. And I like had the opposite experience where like, and this is fucked up too, where like if you're keeping it, everyone rallies and is like, what can we do to help you, and like we're here for you and we want to like support you, but if you don't make that choice, then it's like you're on your own, and like
you should be over it fast.
Yeah, like, well, it's your choice, like, you know what I mean, like you didn't even have the baby, and it's like that's so fucked up. And yeah, I like wish I would have, you know, I didn't even live there, so I feel like I didn't even like realize what you were going through. And I just like wish I could have like been there for you more.
You texted me like a couple months into being pregnant and you were like, dude, I don't know how the fuck you did this.
Yeah.
And we're like in school and working, and I was like
vindicated.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was fucking brutal.
Yeah. I couldn't even work. I was literally laying in bed the first time. You're right.
Sick.
It's sickening. Like the first trimester is like disgusting, and the thoughts that are going through your mind are like not normal. You're like,
yeah,
oh
you're
my
like,
God,
I'm
like,
losing my mind.
I don't even, I remember texting you that, and just, yeah, I just like felt bad that I like wasn't, I mean, I don't even know how I could have known. I didn't know. And and
I didn't even know how to like tell anybody that I like needed, that I like wasn't good.
After the fact or during?
Yeah, like both.
Yeah.
I think
it's hard, yeah, because in college no one's good too. Everyone's fucking going through it, and it's like,
yeah, and everyone's like, so like when you're like, I think it's also just like being younger, you're like so just like
in your own thing,
like, yeah.
But what did you feel like, whenever like I got pregnant, and I know that was like complex for you.
Yeah, I feel like I think I like eventually said like, oh yeah, I've been like, I don't know, we had like a very brief conversation about it, because I was like really like,
I didn't know what I was doing at first either. Like when I told you I was pregnant, I was kind of not in a similar situation, but in a similar situation that I had an unplanned pregnancy. Like you said, you knew 100%, I didn't.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, I don't even know what I'm going to do at first. I didn't even know.
Yeah. And then I think like once you told me that you were going to keep it, I mean, I thought I didn't understand it.
Right.
And yeah, and then like the first like little bit of your pregnancy, I was like just like jealous.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it definitely like brought it back up of being like just like sad that I didn't feel like I had a choice at the time when it happened. Like I'm like was like so excited for you to have a baby, and so excited for you because you were excited about it, and also knew that you were like nervous about it and was trying to be like excited about it, like help you feel like good about the choice that you wanted to feel good about making.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone is kind of like, why the fuck are you keeping it? Like you do have,
it's so weird, like in the parts of the country
why
you live
aren't
in,
you?
like in the West where we're like super liberal, it's almost like flipped. Like I know that probably in the South they'd be like, what do you mean you're getting an abortion? Like this pressure is so flipped. And like, yeah, being in like a very liberal place, I felt pressure to make the other decision. Like totally. I felt like everyone was like, well, you're getting an abortion, and I'm like, well, yeah, like, I didn't even feel like I had I didn't even like have, besides my mom really, and like, well, you and my mom and my other friend were the only one who knew. They like, I felt like I didn't even like have a choice in a lot of ways too, but I did. But you know what I mean? Like, I felt like it was almost like assumed what I was going to do, which was so weird because, like, and I know other parts of the countries or world, people would feel the opposite.
Totally. Yeah. And I, like, couldn't hear about it, didn't want to hear about it for a while.
Yeah.
But, like, it felt, like, so selfish to be, like, upset about your pregnancy. Like, it felt selfish to be like, I don't want to hear about it. Like, and I did want to hear about it.
It's just
but
hard.
Yeah, but then I think you sent me that text, like, I don't know how you did this, like, without knowing, going to school, working, all of that. And I was like, yeah, it was, like, brutal. I don't know. I think I said, like, yeah, it's been, like, hard.
You did mention
being excited for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I, like, wasn't really, well, no, I think at that point I had, like, done a lot of therapy about it.
But it was triggering. It was triggering.
It was, it was definitely very triggering. But then, like, I just, like, worked through it.
Maybe once I got past the point of when you, like, ended your pregnancy, then it does, like, become a different, like, each trimester is a different experience in a way. Totally. Like, you know, once
and you, like, moved back.
Yeah.
And I was, like, seeing you more, and, like, then you, like, started looking pregnant, and it was just, like, so exciting that we're gonna, like, then it was, like, more about, like, it wasn't, like, the first trimester of, like, all of that, and it was just, like, oh, there's, like, a little man in there that we're, like, gonna get to hang out with soon. And then I was just, like, so excited to hang out with your kid.
Do you feel like when you get pregnant again, like, what do you feel like?
I've, like, thought about that.
What you're, like, especially, I guess, if you're, like, the first trimester feels, like, triggering for you, do you like?
I think now, like, I was just thinking the other day, like, what if I got pregnant, like, accidentally again? Like, I don't think I could do that again. Like, I would have that baby regardless of the situation, I think, like, even if it wasn't my, like, ideal. But I also think I'm much more intentional with, like, using protection and like making sure I'm on birth control and whatever. So, like, I feel like the next time it happens, it will be much more purposeful, I'm hoping. I feel like I know that I'm, like, maybe I'm, like, equipped, that I know it's gonna just, like, suck,
kick your ass.
And I'm just, like, will be so happy to be pregnant and having, like,
I feel like
such
having
a different experience.
An unplanned pregnancy is so traumatizing. Like, even if you decide to keep it or not, that it's also so important to me for my next pregnancy to be. I'm also on birth control now, and, like, I feel like what you don't know, you don't even know. You're just like, oh, it's not a big deal, and whatever happens. And I'm like, what the fuck was I actually thinking? Like, no, girl, you're like, what the fuck are you thinking?
A baby, it's
literally
a big fucking deal.
And and, like, now I feel like similarly, like, when I get pregnant again, if we get pregnant again, I want to, like, be way more intentional about it, because that was literally traumatizing. Like, finding that out is like mind fuck to the 1,000. You're like, what do you mean? Like, your literal world changes in, like, 10 seconds. It's bizarre. It's, like, it's human nature, but it's unnatural.
There's something living inside of you
that's, like, telling you what to think. And
it's, like, puppeteering you from the inside. You're like,
especially when it's, like, so mind-fucking when you didn't know what you were like, oh, that's why I was, like, actually being a heathen.
And, like, doing so many mushrooms and, like, dating a 43-year-old.
I was just really mean to Taylor. I was like, God,
poor guy.
I hate men. All I want to do is watch Lesbian, Orange is the New Black. I was like, lesbians,
women.
Oh,
that's so funny.
Well, I feel like
any advice on, like postpartum, like, not with the, like, emotional side? I don't know. Did you feel? I was like, well, then when you were pregnant, I was like so nervous for you for the depression afterwards, and I was like,
I'm a little bit of a mentally, like, ill person in general. Like, I've struggled with it a lot.
And I was like, oh, it hits you like a fucking truck, and you, like, it's not even like, it's like a whole nother level because of the amount of hormones that are like leaving your body, that you just like lose in an instant, and then like building that back up, and your body's so depleted, especially after like a full pregnancy and giving birth. Like,
I feel like because you have the baby, it's like, okay, no time. Like, I almost think it would be worse to be postpartum with no baby, because you're like, even I've been thinking about doing surrogacy in the future, and I could feel like that might be like something similar, that you go through this experience, but then you have no like thing at the end.
Yeah, totally.
And like,
I mean, that's how I felt. I was like, yeah, it was so much worse, because I was like, I didn't even get anything out of that
depression, and you have like so much more time to think about it. And like, when you have I've talked about this on Instagram, but like, when you have a baby, you don't think about yourself anymore. You're like, oh, okay, like I'm a speck, and like my being is to like, you know, protect this other being now, and like all you think about is this other being. But I couldn't imagine like being postpartum and then still being not even in a critical way, but being so self-consumed, because like, what else do you have to think about besides yourself when you have before you have a baby? Like,
and like, just think about like how much your body has changed, and like,
like having the baby is like the best distraction.
Totally.
And I'm sure other people can't relate to this, because, you know, some people do have like, I didn't get postpartum like depression and stuff, but I think I attributed that to just the fact that I was like distracted and had.
Yeah.
But some, you know, some women say it hits around 9 months. So I'm just like, oh, fuck. I'm hoping I don't like, but you know, I'm not like, you know, completely throwing that away, I might not like feel that in the future, or if I have another pregnancy in the future, one will be pregnancies. The same. But for this one, I felt like that was kind of the reason I didn't have that.
I don't know. Anything else on this?
I feel like that was kind of long. An hour and
23.
I feel like that a lot of people, I hope, will relate to.
Yeah, and you've like talked about finding out.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I have a video on my YouTube channel about like finding out I was pregnant, and my experience like being at Planned Parenthood when I was pregnant, and I have a whole video on that. So that's why we didn't go into that as much, but yeah. I think we're gonna go get lunch.
I want a sandwich.
Yeah, same. Let me text Taylor. I think we're done.
Okay, everyone. If anyone has like, you wanna drop a comment or a question, I mean, I'm hoping that this is like makes it easier for people to talk about it. So if anyone wants to talk,
let us know. Yeah. I feel like hopefully we're gonna post this on our podcast account, our podcast like Instagram account. So we'll have a podcast Instagram account, so you guys can like DM us through there. Lily doesn't really have like public social media, but you can reach her through that account if you feel like talking to her about this.
I'll answer on the pod Insta.
Okay,
bye.
See you guys next time. Bye.